Y'all, everyone who has been connected to Diddy and his parties are starting to speak out and tell their sides of the story, and Kevin Hart is spilling hard. Everyone knows that Kevin loves him a nice Diddy party, and he even hosted a couple of the parties back in the day. So once the feds revealed Diddy's side freak-off parties, Kevin's name was on everybody's lips. Well, not only is Kevin snitching on the parties, but he is snitching hard, which doesn't surprise anyone because homeboy is not trying to catch a RICO case because of Diddy. So what exactly did he see or do in those parties? And did he just implicate Diddy further? Let's break it down. Okay, so a lot of celebrities are coming out to claim that they never attended any Diddy parties, but Kevin is not one of those celebs who can claim that because we literally have video footage of him not only attending the parties, but even hosting them. There's also footage from the party of women in the bathtub, and it looked like they were being forced to do things they weren't comfortable doing. As expected, fans are putting two and two together, and when I tell y'all that there are a lot of conspiracy theories making the rounds about how Kevin was involved in some seriously shady stuff together. There's a lot of talk going around about Kevin, not just for his supposed involvement with Diddy, but also because people are saying he helped Diddy cover up some shady stuff, like the allegations around Diddy's inappropriate behavior with Usher when Usher was younger. These rumors have been swirling for years, with fans picking up on how Diddy seems to get weirdly comfortable around Kevin to the point where he always ends up spilling some disturbing information when they're together. Case in point, Diddy once let it slip that he and Usher were sharing a bed when Usher was just 10 years old.
Usher looked like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher
fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the frosted flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
what the did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the frosted flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was stupid. Listen,
we having a good time. Yo, Usher made it in.
Even Kevin seemed to catch on to how weird and creepy Diddy's comments were getting. You could see the moment Diddy realized he was saying too much, he straight up grabbed Kevin's neck to shut him up, like he knew he was digging his own grave. And that wasn't the only eyebrow-raising moment involving Diddy and Usher. In another clip, Diddy casually claimed he used to bend Usher over the counter. Like, seriously, what?
Had the names of the men he slept with. A disease. Allegedly Diddy giving Usher a disease. The argument that took place between Diddy and Usher's mom. Mary J. Blige being pregnant by Diddy. It says that she had an AB.
Well, it didn't take long for the rumor mill to start talking about how Kevin Hart was allegedly on the freaky tapes that the feds seized from Diddy. The wild part about this is that even though they were great friends, Kevin probably didn't even know that he was being recorded because, according to the feds and Lil Rod, Diddy installed hidden cameras in every angle and corner of his house without telling his house guests. Now, for someone like Kevin, who has had issues with being secretly recorded and blackmailed, you'd think that he would be more careful about being recorded doing freaky stuff, right? For those who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm referring to that situation between him and his friend JT Jackson. A few years ago, Kevin got caught up in some drama when a tape surfaced of him with another woman, and things escalated when he faced blackmail over it. He ended up taking the situation to the FBI, and his friend JT Jackson was accused of being the one behind the blackmail. JT was later cleared of any involvement, and the whole thing seemed to die down for a while. JT Jackson filed a lawsuit against Kevin for breach of contract, and is tied to that same scandal involving the compromising tape. According to JT, he and Kevin had an agreement that Kevin would exonerate him with a statement, but Kevin hasn't done that, even after more than 3 years. According to JT's lawsuit, the wording of Hart's statement, meticulously negotiated and detailed in the contract, was crucial to repairing and remediating the severe damage inflicted upon plaintiff's reputation by the baseless allegations that Hart aggressively promoted and publicized. Jackson is suing for breach of contract, fraud, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. He's seeking at least $12 million in damages. He adds in the suit, "It's been 3 years since Kevin promised to help clear my name, to no avail. So here we are. Through this lawsuit, I aim to restore my reputation, seek accountability, and ensure that such injustices do not happen to others." Kevin's marriage almost crashed because of this, but he was lucky enough that his wife Aniko was pretty understanding. He spoke about how he came clean to Aniko about his reckless behavior. He said, "That conversation, there is no easy way to have that conversation. The worst part was just knowing how you made somebody feel. There's a major effect it could have on the people that you are closest to, who you love the most. When I got to see that firsthand with Aniko, when I got to see the effect my reckless behavior had, it was crushing, and that tore me up. That really tore me up." He also spoke about how hard they had to work to save their marriage and fix things between them. He said, "She came to an amazing conclusion of, I like the fact that we have a family, that we have a household, and I like the fact that we now got a job to do to get better. That's what you owe me. You owe me to get better." And she held me accountable. It wasn't a walk in the park, but it was her understanding that we don't let the outside world affect our inside, and I credit her for setting that tone. Given that he has faced a lot of headaches over leaked tapes and reckless behavior, you'd think that he would be more careful not to put himself in a compromising situation. But he probably trusted Diddy. But while he was playing checkers, Diddy was playing chess, and he allegedly got Kevin on tape in 4K. Well, now that the feds are on to Diddy, there is a lot of speculation that he's going to start snitching on everyone, which is exactly what the feds want from him. He offered to pay $50 million bail and surrender his and his kids' passports, but the feds still refused. They believe that he's sitting on a treasure trove of information and they want him to snitch, which is why celebrities are starting to panic hard, including Kevin Hart. Kevin was recently asked about the freak-offs, and he has something interesting to say.
Said for Diddy, did he catch any baby oil?
Kevin, come here. Can you go get some girls so we can be in the bedroom?
Wrong person, the wrong question. That's like your question. Say pause.
Pause.
Wrong person, wrong question.
The reason Kevin is getting questioned is because of this newly rediscovered footage of him hosting a Diddy hotel party back in 2010.
I'm not jumping the tub myself, once everybody gets out.
Child, not him denying being at the parties when there's video evidence. But to be fair, he wasn't exactly doing anything illegal in the videos, and for all we know, he left before things got really freaky like he's claiming. Fans don't really buy the story that he's telling, and they think that he's leaving something out. Fans left comments saying, "Diddy sounds like he really tries to control people. So many sound like victims. Hope everyone comes out and tells their truths. Put a stop to the vile deeds. Diddy a pig and he should be in jail." This is nuts. People in the industry knew the abuse and said nothing. Would you say they were complicit? And Kevin Hart can't even claim he didn't know about Diddy. He came up out of nowhere and no one thought he was funny enough to be that in demand. This is a hot mess, and it's going to be interesting to see how Kevin is going to navigate this. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this situation with Kevin Hart, and then check out this next video.